My name is Alison Blayney. I'm the Chief Executive of Kilcooley Women's Centre in Bangor. I would look after the main programmes of the centre, support the staff and the board of directors to implement the programmes, support the participants and the residents of the estate to improve the area, improve people's outcomes and achieve the objectives of making it a better place to live, work and raise your family. Kilcooley Women's Centre was formed in 1995, so we're now going for 26 years. Initially founded to help women support their children with their homework, so it was maths and English, founded on education principles. Since then it's grown quite considerably. Where we originally were supporting in around 20 people, we now support upwards of 1,500 people a year. The Housing Executive have been instrumental in supporting the centre, not only through their small grants programmes, but through advice and guidance from all members of the Housing Executive, from the patch managers right through to the area managers. Should it be a resident who has a housing issue, through a maintenance issue, they're at the end of the phone to give us the technical advice and guidance that we can then pass on to residents. So it's critical, it's a critical friendship that we have there with the Executive. A vulnerable tenant would not always come forward and ask for help. Sometimes we would go out and offer our assistance. It might be a neighbour who makes us aware of a vulnerable tenant. So it's a partnership approach to assist vulnerable in the community to make sure that there's no one falls through the gaps. Should that be in relation to food poverty, fuel poverty, or help with employability, help with their childcare through our childcare programmes or play development programmes. There's assistance for every family member through Kilcooley Women's Centre. There's always new and different ranges of projects that come from the Housing Executive. Most recently, the COVID-19 funding was instrumental in enabling us to stay open through the pandemic, because it enabled us to provide the required PPE. Otherwise we would have had to close, because it was critical we kept our staff safe, and anyone who was coming into the centre, they had to be kept safe too. Also, things like the community development grants or the good relations grants are critical so that we can promote good relations in the estate. During the pandemic, at the outset of it, we realised that digital was going to be a huge thing, and we always had a wish to embrace digital in our delivery. We had a fantastic range of educational programmes that we wanted to migrate onto digital, but funding just wasn't there to do that. With the pandemic, there was a huge push onto digital, and we approached the Housing Executive to see if they would be interested in supporting that. We were able to develop a programme called the Virtual College Northern Ireland, and the Executive were very supportive in us building a bespoke platform which works as a digital blackboard, where someone in a Housing Executive tenant can sit at home and complete any of our programmes digitally at any time of the day, upload their work, their homework digitally, listen to lessons digitally, remotely, and receive their accreditations digitally. So it removes all those barriers to engagement. If someone was housebound, if they had COVID, if they had children, or if they were working in the class time that we run doesn't suit them. Even past COVID, this virtual college is now moving us into the digital age, so it was fantastic.